Namaskar. My name is Dr. Avadhesh Khare. In this episode of EduVenture, we shall discuss about the process of computing the attainment level of COPO. COs must be measurable and attainable. COs should add up to contribute to attain POs such that each CO should address at least one PO, and each PO must be reasonably addressed by adequate number of COs. I'll discuss what is course outcome. The achievement of course objectives after the course is delivered is known as course outcome. Every course will have course outcome, and then the program will have program outcome. The quality of delivery of program will be decided by matching the program objectives, aims and objectives, and the program outcome, what we have achieved. Now I'll take one course naming theory of machine as an example to explain further COPO attainment. The slide shows a table in which first column is unit number, unit 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Second column is CO number, CO1, CO2, CO3, CO4, and CO5. I have selected one course objective for each unit. Third column is important column which shows the degree of difficulty level or Bloom's level at which the course will be delivered. Unit 1 will be delivered at level 2, BL2, Unit 2 at BL1, Unit 3 at BL3, Unit 4 at BL2, and Unit 5 at BL2. So CO1, the first course objective, I will read out to understand the linkage mechanisms, their motion, the correlation between the linkage and inversion, to understand the computation of velocity of any point in the mechanism. Likewise, CO2, CO3, CO4, and CO5 are also explained. This slide talks about the degree of correlation between CO and PO, course objective and program objective. The degrees are of four types indicated by digit 0, 1, 2, and 3. No correlation is indicated by digit 0, mild correlation by 1, moderate correlation by 2, and a strong correlation by 3. And in the next slide, we will talk about COPO matrix. The name of the course is indicated at the top of the matrix, Theory of Machines. Now, in the first column, all 5 course objectives of Theory of Machines CO1 to CO5 are indicated. To specifically signify that these course objectives belongs to Theory of Machine course, I have named them as TOM.CO1, TOM.CO2, TOM.CO3, and so on. Then the first row, all POs, PO1, PO2, PO3 up to PO12 have been written. These 12 POs have been given by National Board of Accreditation for all engineering BTech programs. So I have selected these 12 POs as such. Then the matrix contains several cells. Like, let's take the first row. First row CO1 indicates the correlation with PO1 with a very strong level because 3 is indicated here. CO1 has got very mild correlation with PO2 because 1 is written there, and with all other POs it doesn't have any correlation. So like that, CO2 is correlated to PO1 at level 1. CO3 is correlated to PO1, 2 and 3 at level 3, 2 and 1 respectively. CO4 is correlated to PO1 and PO2 at level 3 and 2, and CO5 is correlated to PO1, PO2 and PO3 at level 3, 2, 1, and all other correlation values are 0. Then the column 1 average we will calculate 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, and this average comes out to be 2, 2.6. Then column 2 average comes out to be 2, column 3 average comes out to be 1.5. So therefore we can say that our course theory of machine is correlated to PO1 at an average value 2.6, to PO2 at an average value of 2, and to PO3 at an average value of 1.5. And to all other POs, it is not correlated. So that is how for every course we will calculate the correlation values with POs. Now this table indicates the correlation between course COs and POs. I have assumed that in BTech Mechanical Engineering there will be 40 courses. So I will start with course number 1, Theory of Machine, and end up at XX40. So I'll have in all 40 rows, and every row will contain certain cell values. Like Theory of Machine has got cell 1 2.6, cell 2 2, and cell 3 1.5, as we have already discussed. Then every row, every course will have correlation with different types of POs. And please take a specific note that in every row we have at least one non-zero correlation value. And in every column also we have at least one non-zero correlation value, indicating that the one course is correlated to at least one PO, and every PO is correlated with at least one course. Now we will talk about the methodology for computing direct and indirect attainment levels. So the computing CO level is divided into two compartments: direct assessment and indirect assessment. Direct assessment is quantitative in nature, indirect assessment is qualitative in nature, and by and large based on perception, feedback. This table shows two rows: direct assessment and indirect assessment. Direct assessment can have any percentage contribution from 70 to 80, and I will assume it as 80%. Indirect assessment will have any contribution between 20 to 30, and I will assume this as 20%. Direct assessment is the calculation of quantitative calculation of external examinations and sessional examinations. So one is the external examination of theory and lab, and two is the sessional examination via Viva-voce, test, quizzes, tutorial, mid-semester assignments, etc. So different universities carry different ratios between external examination and sessional examination. My university has 60% weightage for external examination and 40% weightage for sessional examination. The indirect assessment is course-wise feedback assessment from various stakeholders. Now, the indirect assessment I'll talk about. The feedback from graduating students has 10% weightage. Feedback from teachers, 10%. Feedback from HR, employers, external mentors, 20%. Feedback from alumni, 20%. And feedback on extracurricular and co-curricular activities, 40%. Define Bloom's level for each unit of the course at which it is taught, at which it is delivered. And this must be included in the syllabus, as we have seen that we have included it. Question paper should be set to assess all COs in alignment with BL level prescribed in the syllabus. Then I will talk about in the next slide two parameters x and y. X is the threshold value for theory and y is the threshold value for sessional marks whose target values has to be decided. Now I'll talk about direct assessment level rubrics. It has three columns. The first column is level, second column is external examination, third column is sessional examination. We have three levels, level 1, level 2, and level 3. For the external examination, the threshold value is 50 marks out of 100. So at the end of the external examination, we will count how many percentage of students have scored more than 50% marks. So if the students are scoring more than 50% marks or X% marks is between 40 to 50%, it is level 1. If it is between 50 to 60%, it is level 2. If it is greater than 60%, then this is level 3. For sessional examination, we have kept the threshold value Y a little higher than the external examination and semester examination, and this value is 70. Final calculation are as follows. Assuming weightage of external examination and sessional examination as 60:40 in the university. Direct attainment will be 60% of external examination plus 40% of sessional examination. Internal attainment IA will be feedback based perception of the stakeholders. Then the course attainment level CI will be given by a simple formula 80% DA is direct attainment, plus 20% of IA. IA is indirect attainment. So if the course attainment level CI is less than 1, the quality of performance is unsatisfactory. If it is between 1 and 1.5, it is satisfactory, level 2. If it is 1.5 and 2.5, it is still better, and we will say that the quality of performance is good, and the best quality will be when CI lies between 2.5 and 3.0. It is excellent. Now we are ready to calculate PJ, the program, JS program objective. So in this, CI is equal to attainment level of the ith course. Wij is the correlation level of ith course with jth PO. PJ is the attainment level of jth PO. Then we have a simple relationship. PJ is equal to sigma in the numerator, sigma Wijci divided by denominator sigma Wij for j is equal to 1 to n. Then calculation of average PO. Let us say PO represents the average program outcome and PJ represents the attainment level of jth PO. Then PO will be equal to sigma PJ divided by n for n is equal to 1 to n. Then after calculating the attainment level of the entire program, that is PO, if PO is less than 1, the attainment level is unsatisfactory. If PO lies between 1 and 1.5, it is satisfactory. Between 1.5 and 2.5, it is good. And if program outcome is between 2.5 and 3, it is excellent. I will conclude this episode at this stage, and we shall discuss some other topic on next Tuesday in EduVenture episode. Thanks for watching.
और हाँ, मैं आपको याद दिला दूं कि EduVenture का एक एपिसोड हर मंगलवार को प्रस्तुत किया जाता है, इसलिए अगला एपिसोड भी अगले मंगल को आएगा। धन्यवाद।